All right. Hey, welcome everybody to tonight's little Facebook Live presentation. Hopefully you guys can hear me and hopefully you can see me. I'm just going to jump on my phone really quickly, make sure that this broadcast went live. And I'm going to copy the URL here and make sure that everyone knows exactly where you're at. So if you guys can hear me, hi, Londa. I can see that you're on here. Hey, Joseph. It looks like Amanda's on here. If you guys can hear me and if you guys can see me, let me know. Looks like we got John who just jumped on. We've got Mar, Barry Cantrell, great to see you on here. Andy just jumped in. Antoine, let me know if you guys can hear me and let me know if you can see me. I'm pretty sure you can see me, but let me know if you can hear me. Lawrence, Dave Goldstein, perfect. All right, perfect. Larry's on here. So give me a thumbs up or let me know if you guys can see me. It looks like, or you can hear me. Looks like you can. Perfect. So we'll give it just a couple, we'll just give it like a minute or so, maybe 60 seconds. And what I'm going to do, you guys, is I'm going to break down 4 simple steps on how you guys can make $100,000 or more being a business loan broker. You can do this working from home. You can do this working from a coffee shop. You can literally do this anywhere. You can actually automate this 4 steps process to where you never even literally have to pick up the phone. I'm used to working the phones. I love working the phones. I love to build rapport and create relationships with the borrowers. I like to create that intimate relationship with them. But the cool thing about this process that I'm about to share with you is you don't have to do this and talk to merchants or talk to business owners. But I'm also going to share with you how you can do this by talking to business owners as well. So looks like you guys can see me. It looks like you guys can hear me. We've got people jumping in, so it looks good. If you guys have any questions, feel free to pump those down below in the comments and I'll get to those if I can. But this is going to be short and sweet. This is kind of my commitment to you guys to get back onto Facebook Live and just kind of me forcing myself to get out there because it's been a little while. So I'm excited to provide this value to you guys and kind of get back on the horse. So with that being said, let me just jump right into how to make $100,000 as a business loan broker. So if you guys have a pen and a paper handy, I recommend that you do. If you don't, go ahead and grab that. I will give you just a couple seconds here to get that going. But if you do, what I want you to do is I want you to kind of draw this little pyramid, if you will. And this is a very simple kind of representation in 3 steps of the 4-step process. I didn't include renewals on here, and I'll kind of get to that here at the end, because renewals is a really cool piece of this business. And it's actually not even really formulated or calculated in my formulation here that I'm going to show you how to make $100,000. So anyways, we'll break that down right this second. So the first thing that I want to break down is the goal here is to talk to business owners. So if you can talk to 10 business owners every single day, okay, very simple process. If you can talk to 10 business owners, doesn't matter if they're good, they're bad, they're ugly, but if you can talk to 10 business owners a day that have intent, okay, of trying to get funding or interested in getting business funding, that's how this is essentially going to break down. So if you can talk to 10 people, okay, if you can send emails, if you can talk to your circle of influence, if you can, if you're dialing, if you're doing SMS campaigns, if you're generating leads on Facebook, or other social platforms, or just generating leads in general. If you can generate and talk to or generate 10 businesses looking for funding every single day, then I'm going to show you through the Business Loan Broker Academy how you're going to be able to make a minimum of $5 on every one of those conversations. Okay, so again, it doesn't matter the good, the bad, the ugly. It doesn't matter if they're a startup company, if they're pre-revenue, or if they're an established business generating millions of dollars in revenue a month or a year. It doesn't matter, right? So if you can talk to 10 people every single day who have an intent of getting business financing or are interested in getting business financing, I'm going to show you how you can make a minimum of $10 on every application. You're going to notice that in this very short presentation, everything that I'm doing is really based on kind of a minimum. I'm sure there's brokers that are on here that are actively talking and calling every single day. This is their full-time job. If they want to pipe in here, I'm sure they can attest that they can talk to at least 10 individuals or 10 business owners that have an intent of getting business financing. Whether they qualify or not doesn't matter at this point, but if you can talk to 10 people who are interested in getting business financing every single day, I'm going to show you exactly how this breaks down. So if you can get 5 people, switch sides here, but if you can essentially get, 10 people, right, times $5, okay, I'm going to show you how you can make $5 on every person that you talk to, right? We're essentially making $50, and that's $250 a week. And then what do I have that real quick equals $13,000 a year. Okay. So again, bear with me, but this is just on the funding assessment process, just talking to somebody. So if you can just talk to 10 people every single day, just talk to them for 10 minutes. And if they have an interest in getting business financing, you can add an additional $13,000 a year to your household income. Okay. Now that's this portion right here. So through the Business Loan Broker Academy, I'm going to show you how you're going to be able to make a minimum of $5 on every person that you talk to. Okay. So again, if you can do this full time, you should be able to talk to 10 people. If it's part time, maybe it's 5 people a day. If it's even less than, if you can only dedicate a couple hours a week to this, maybe you're only talking to 5 people a week who have an intent. Okay. So just kind of, adjust this accordingly. But if you can talk to 10 people every single day, we're going to show you how you can add in an additional $13,000 into your household income. Okay. The next thing, so this is point number 1, or step number 1. Now, step number 2, this is really important. If you're a new business loan broker, or even if you're seasoned, you know that the majority of the business owners that you're talking to just don't qualify for financing. It's just the way that it is, right? It's a staggering statistic. And as you get more and more seasoned into our industry, that statistic or ratio starts to go down because your portfolio or your book of business starts to get a little bit stronger. But when you're a new business owner, you can literally expect about a 90 to maybe even a 95% non-bankable or decline rate. Okay, so that's to be expected initially. So what I'm going to teach you how to do is I'm going to teach you how to actually monetize your non-bankable clients. So traditionally, business loan brokers, we really only make money on the bankable clients, right? So that's where we make the majority of our money, and that's where the paradigm of the current business loan broker is focused, and they're just focused on the clients that qualify immediately for financing. Now, I believe that it's important for us to not be transactional and be relationship-based, right? So not be transaction-based, but be relationship-based. And so these are still people, and they still have an intent to get financing, but they just don't qualify. So does that mean we should just push them aside and only solely focus on the bankable clients? Or should we build a little bit of a book of business here and refer them over to a trusted credit repair company? Now, a lot of people who may be watching this or who will watch this in the future, you may run or be a credit repair partner or a credit repair affiliate or own your own credit repair company. Great. If not, we're going to turn you on to a credit repair company that you can use. And you should expect about a 10 to about a 25% conversion ratio. Okay. So for example purposes, stay with me. For example purposes, we're going to assume that we're doing 10 applications or 10 conversations a day. And let's just assume all 10 of them, for example purposes, don't qualify, okay? Or 9.8% of them, 98% of them don't qualify. So that means that we're sending the majority of our clients here to credit repair, okay? Now, our credit repair company is going to have about a 20 to a 25% conversion ratio. Let's just use 10% to err on the side of a caution, right? Just to show you guys that we're, that this is, I'm using the low ballpark numbers. So anyways, if you have 5 deals, okay, and that go to credit repair, essentially, and you're doing, or let's say you're doing 10, and let's say that you have, let's say all 10 of them go to credit repair, okay? And let's say we have a 10% conversion ratio. So that means that one of those deals every single day is converting into a credit repair sale. Now, again, I want to be super cautious. So I just want to cut that into half, okay? So instead of 10 credit repair sales a week, which is great, and that's a 10% conversion ratio, I want to use 5%. So let's just say that we only have 5 credit repair sales every single week, okay? We have 10 conversations, and they're interested in financing, and we just simply say, hey, we've identified some funding opportunities that are available for you, but there's a couple compliance issues that are on your profile that we need to address. Here are a couple of the items that need to be addressed in order for us to be able to submit applications in confidence. Please speak with our credit repair company, and they're going to be able to take care of these in the quickest time frame possible and be able to get you back to me so that I can get you the financing that you originally came to us looking for. Now, the people that are serious and that are motivated to start their businesses or to move their credit forward or to get the financing that they need for their business, they're going to move into that. And you should see, again, about a 20 to 25% conversion ratio. Okay, but what I'm going to say is we're going to use 10, but again, now I'm having that. Okay, so I'm having that into saying now we only have 5 credit repair sales a week. So if we have 5 CR sales a week and we get paid out $100 on each one of those, okay, so our credit repair company will pay you out $100. You're making $500 a week, which equals $26,000, I believe. Okay. So we've already made $39,000 in a year, and we haven't even funded a deal yet. Okay, so you're starting to catch where I'm going with this. So we've already made $39,000, and we haven't even done what our expertise is, which is to fund a deal. So we should be able to fund 1 deal a week, roughly. That's the goal. It may take a little bit of time to kind of build up that pipeline. Maybe each person is different. Maybe it's 30 days, maybe it's 60 days, maybe it's 90 days, maybe it's 120 days, maybe it's 150 days. Each person is different. Their time commitment is different. Their ability to get these number of conversations in a day is different, okay? But again, what we have seen is that you can take 10 applications a day or talk to 10 people a day. You can get easily 5 credit repair sales super easy with this model. And then you should be able to get, again, after some time, after some history, should be able to fund 1 deal a week. But let's just have that, okay? And let's just say that you fund 2 deals a month, okay? So out of these 50 applications a week, which is 200 applications a month, we're funding 2 deals. That's a 1% conversion ratio, okay? Should have about a 3% convert, maybe even a 4% conversion ratio. 3 to a 4%, could be higher, could be lower. But if you have a 1% conversion ratio on this conversation process, you're funding 2 deals. Two fundings per month. Average funding per deal equals $2,500, which means that we're at $5,000 per month, which is what, $60,000? Hopefully you guys can still see me, but this now gets to okay. You guys with me? Leave a comment down below if you guys are still with me. I'm not checking the comments. So let me know if you guys can still see this, and let me know if you guys can still hear me. Hopefully this is being recorded. I'm trying to keep this nice, short, sweet, and simple for everybody to be able to understand. So again, real quick, just to recap what we're doing here, I'm showing everybody how you can easily make $100,000 from home being a business loan broker. It's 4 simple steps. first thing that you have to do is you have to go through the funding assessment process. It's a very simple conversation. Can you talk to 10 people a day? Or it could be less, but for this example, it's can you talk to 10 people? Where am I at? Can you talk to 10 people a day? So can you have 10 conversations a day? Let me know if you guys can hear me. The next thing that you need to do is you need to set yourself up with a credit repair company to handle your non-bankable clients. The majority of your clients are not going to qualify, especially early on. If you're generating leads online, you know that the majority of your clients will not qualify for funding. So instead of throwing and changing up all your ad copies and driving up your lead costs, why don't you actually just open up the floodgates, allow everybody to come in, and I'm going to show you how you can monetize every single client through this process. Okay, so the first thing that we do is we need to be able to have 10 conversations for this example, 10 conversations a day. We need to have the ability to monetize our non-bankable clients. I'll make that introduction for you. And then we need to be able to fund and place our deals with our bankable clients. I'm going to talk in a minute here about how you can do that without having to talk to anybody. And then we're going to talk about renewals here in just a second. So we haven't gotten to that part yet. So here's this very simple breakdown. Okay, so I hope you guys are still with me. So through step number 1, we're making $13,000 a year. Through step number 2, we're making $26,000 a year. And through step number 3, we're able to make $60,000 a year. So right here, this is a total of $99,000 a year, all right? So don't hold it against me that I'm $1,000 shy. But I haven't even gone over this. And remember, all the numbers that I've gone over with you, I've literally halved, right? I've been so cautious to not oversell this, right? The only thing that may be a mild stretch for some of you, because you don't have the time to dedicate to it fully, is to be able to do 10, all right? But can you dedicate, instead of 100% of your time, can you dedicate 20%, all right? So what's 20% of $100,000? Well, that's an additional $25,000 a year, okay? So could you dedicate 12 months to this program and add an additional $25,000 a year to your income? And then can you take a step back, and then can you analyze the time that you're putting into work, your job, right, your job, and then can you take a step back and analyze the time and the revenue that's associated with you being an independent business loan broker working from home, okay? Your own boss. You're writing your own time. You're creating your own time. You write your own paychecks. That's the beautiful thing about this industry, is what you put in is exactly what you get out. Okay, so that's how you make $100,000 a year. And now what we're going to do is we're going to add in renewals. Okay, so some of you guys are like, what the hell is a renewal? The cool thing about this industry is that your business owners need capital multiple times throughout the year. Okay. And so what these funding sources will do is they will actually reach out to yours and their borrower once they've extended a loan. And they'll go to your borrower and they'll say, hey, Mr. Business Owner, you've been such a great borrower. You're 50, 60, 70%, 80% of the way of paying your loan down. Would you like some more capital? Would you like that capital at a lower buy rate? Would you like to buy that money cheaper than what we sold it to you, just barely? And what's interesting is about 50%, well, let me take a step back, about 30 to 60%, depending on you and the funder and how well you guys do this, will actually go through the renewal process. And you're going to make the same amount of commission, okay? So let's just assume here, my baby's trying to FaceTime you. Hi, baby. I'm gonna call you right back. I'm gonna call you back, sweetie. Okay. Thanks for letting me do that. So renewals are where you're going to get paid on them taking a second loan, a third loan, a fourth loan, a fifth loan. Okay. Sometimes these merchants or sometimes these business owners will take 6 loans or 6 approvals or fundings, whatever we want to call it. Sometimes we don't want to call them a loan, but sometimes they'll take this money up to 6 times a year, and you're getting paid out every single time. So let's just say, for example purposes, I don't have this sketched out or thought out really, but out of this $60,000, which is only 2 business owners that we're funding a month, which is 24 businesses that we funded in a calendar year. Let's say that, four of those, let's say you get 4 business owners that renew every year. I don't actually want to shoot from the hip, so let me just actually do simple math here. So if we have 24, we're going to have 30, let's say 30%, which is 7 business owners that are going to renew and take a loan from you. On average, they're going to take up to 4 loans, but let's just say they take 1 additional loan from you every year. So that's 7 business owners. So this is our renewals. This is number 4. Bear with me as I get on my knees here. But this is the renewal process, and we're going to have 7 renewals a year. Remember, our average commission is $2,500. It's going to be practically the same, or it could be more. It could be more because the lender's giving them more because the business owner is doing so well with the capital, right? If they use the money properly, they're going to drive their deposits higher, which is going to allow them to get better money, more money. If they're a good borrower and they're always making their payments on time and maintaining a very good positive relationship with the funder, then the funder's going to be more inclined to give them more amounts of money, higher amounts of money, better approval rates the next time around, increasing our chances of them taking this renewal. Okay, so again, we have 7 renewals a year, and we're going to do 7 times 2,500, which is another $17,500. Next year, don't forget the renewals kick in again. They just continue to keep coming back to you and back to you and back to you. I know business loan brokers that are funding merchants or business owners that they've been doing business with for 8 and 9 and 10 years. So could you imagine funding a business owner today and for the next 10 years, you're getting paid out 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 times a year on that one business owner? That's amazing. So that's it, you guys. That's what I got. Okay, so here are the 4 simple steps. And how do we achieve that? Well, we go out and we find business owners who need financing, right? So can we go out and find business owners who need financing? Well, absolutely we can. There's millions of business owners all around, and there are hundreds of thousands of business owners around you. And there's hundreds of thousands of business owners starting every single month. And there's hundreds of thousands of business owners that want to start but aren't saying anything and aren't doing anything about it because they don't think that there's actually a path. But there is, and this is the path. Okay? So we go out there and we find business owners who need financing. We qualify them. When they qualify, we send them right through the funding process. When they don't, we still have a way to help them. Keep in mind, in this demonstration, I didn't talk about the non-bankable clients actually getting funding, right? There's a very large segment of people that enroll into credit repair that actually waterfall or cascade back into funding, right? Believe it or not, they actually achieve what it is that they wanted to achieve. They saw it through, which is so beautiful about the process. It's like if you are truly committed to getting funding for your business, I've got the solution for you, and I'm going to be here for you and with you every step of the way. And that's so cool. So I didn't even talk about that. So I should actually, in my next presentation, I'm going to add the non-bankables becoming bankable. So again, here we are at $13,000, and we haven't, and this is just on talking to people. And then when we're talking to people, 5 people a week don't qualify for funding and have enrolled into credit repair. So we've now made $26,000 just from credit repair. So here we are together without funding a deal, and we're at $39,000. Now, once we start to fund deals, we're going to start to average 2 deals to 4 deals a month, okay? Each one of those fundings, commissions, is going to be $2,500 on average. Could be much higher. I had a fireman last year, funded almost a $500,000 deal. There was about $47,000, or let's call it about $50,000 in commissions that came back to him. I believe he made about $60,000 last year as a fireman. So he funded 1 deal. Full-time fireman, funded 1 deal, made almost as much as he did working as a fireman, okay? That's the cool thing about this industry. So, but on average, your average funding amount is going to be roughly about $25,000, and your average commission is going to be roughly about $2,500, okay? And then again, we're making $60,000 on funding. We total this and this up, and we get this, $99,000. When we renew our funding clients once a year, 7 of them out of our 24 clients, we make an additional $17,500. So that's how you make $100,000 or more as a business loan broker. So I see we've got like 44 comments. So let me see what I can do to kind of get to these. If you want to join the Business Loan Broker Academy, let me know. Send me a direct message, and I'll take care of you. If you're a part of the Business Loan Broker Academy, I appreciate you, and let me know what I can do to help. Tiffany, awesome. Love your posts today. Congratulations, Tiffany, on 2 approvals. $100,000 is still a good income for those getting started. Yeah. And if you guys haven't met Tiffany, she's amazing. She's a fantastic success story of herself, right? She's done such an amazing job. I'm just honored to know her and play just the minor small piece in her little tiny overall success story, which is so beautiful. So Tiffany, you're amazing. We appreciate you. Let's see what we got here. All right, I don't see any questions. I'm just seeing like here, hello, what's up? Yes, sir, 60K. Guys, like Tiffany, just so you know, I think Tiffany made like 100 grand in 1 month. And then the next month, correct me if I'm wrong, Tiffany, but you made like $80,000. Like in a matter of 2 months, you were so close to making about 200K. It was super sick for everybody to watch. Richard, I can send you a credit repair company. Do you use scripts? Yeah, absolutely. I'm 100% scripted. I believe in scripts. 100%. We have a what we call script vault in our academy, in our training course, where you get access to a bunch of different scripts. But this funding assessment process right here, 100% scripted. I have training videos of me personally doing the call. I think I've got a couple other recorded calls of like some employees that have done it, and so 100% scripted on that process. Yep. Last year, Tiffany made close to $500,000. So let's give Tiffany a like on that one. Let me pin that comment. Great job, Tiffany. You're so awesome. Such a cool story. She's such a hard worker. So it's just extremely just motivating for everybody around her. So super grateful to know you, Tiffany. Thank you. Dennis, what's up? Glad you're here. Making a couple introductions to you. Any leads? So yeah, I mean, that's what we teach you how to get leads in the academy. Leads are also obviously really important. So there's a couple different ways to get leads. I actually have it down here. Like we've got online methods, offline methods. You can use Google, you can use Bing, you can use Facebook. You can use SMS, you can use email, you can purchase leads from lead providers, you can purchase age data, you can purchase declines, you can get live transfers, you can do trigger leads, you can get UCC leads, you can pick up the yellow pages, you can knock doors, One of the things that you get when you join the academy is an ebook that I put together, which is 101 different ways to market yourself as a business loan broker. And again, that talks about using paid strategies as well as using non-paid strategies for people that have budgets or little budgets or no budgets. Then we also give you ways for you to generate leads online as well as offline, both of which includes a combination of paid and non-paid strategies. So awesome questions. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Jay, man, we need to talk, man. I've got something for you in regards to the credit card stacking game. So give me a shout, because I've got something good for you. But Jay Larry, he's also another great individual who's gone through the academy, seen some success. He's just quite the hustler, so he's always trying to make some stuff happen in a bunch of different ways. So he's a fun guy to kind of follow, and is awesome. So anyways, I don't want to drag this on too much, just rambling, listening to me talk, watching myself back on my screen on Facebook. So anyways, with that being said, you guys have a fantastic night. I appreciate you being a part of the group. Let me know if you guys have any questions in regards to just business loan brokering, funding in general, or how to join the Business Loan Broker Academy course. The last thing I want to talk about is, and this will take 2 seconds, is I've created a way for you guys to be able to literally not talk to leads at all. So if you want to generate leads, if you want to place these leads, essentially we have kind of like what you would call a funding desk and or a funding liaison in place. So I want to talk to you guys about that. If you're interested, again, give me a call, shoot me a message. A lot of you guys have access to my calendar, so I'd love to see that start to fill up. And with that being said, I'll see you in the group tomorrow. Have a fantastic night.